The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. And off we go from Tampa. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Oh, they come after him right away, and Stephanie goes on the first play of the game. Elijah Cansey getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. They'll motion the slot man right. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Ready, get go, the Hawk 70, Hawk with Lion, steady.
Now a give up the middle. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Here we go, cut 19, cut 19. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. The 1st round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down. First and 10.
Ready, 79 drop, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Ready, set.
2nd and 10.
Panthers, let's go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Let's go.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 34-yard line.
On the 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buccaneers. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early winning.
Giants nothing. Jake Moody to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go, ready. Ready.
Drive will start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 60. Ready.
for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now a 3rd and 2.
Hey, check that. Here we go, set. 76, check, hurt. Ready.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Give a lot of credit to the left side of this offensive line. They're the ones who are going to do all of the work here, opening up that lane for their guy to run through. And really nice patience there by the back, letting his blocks develop to make sure he can pick up that first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready. Here we go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up.
Let's go. 3rd, 70 Lions.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
Just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Ready, set.
It is 3rd and 10.
7 Pirates. You're not. Cowboys.
Throw it on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I have to tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
timeout, Giants. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Bison. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Allen gonna throw to get things going. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he's going to be dragged down, but not till he's inside the 25. A big play to kick off this drive. 41 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70.
On first and 10, it's Allen. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Ready.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is third and long.
Come on, come on. 70 Rangers. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Let go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man. It's Ibuka. Complete. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11.
19
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Hurt. Viking 18.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Giants' 4-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Lions.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
70. Riggs. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Third and a yard. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, You find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's in. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a nice return will set them up in good field position right at midfield.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Set. Ready, right?
Now Allen on 1st down. Now screen set up for Irving. Whoa! And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
It's a gain of
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 32 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
On 1st down, here's Irving. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Seven Pirates, seven.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it at their own 32-yard line. Bucks will take their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On the double.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Let's go now.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Third down and 9.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Open man, left side. He's got it. They'll come up here. First and 10.
First down. A gain of 14.
He'll get up here and spike it, and time for one final play right here.
Shot 60. Let's go. Grab goal 80.
On second and 10, they'll try to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Third and 10.
Ready. For Cowboy 80. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Okay, break. 70. 70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Steady.
First down, Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Vikings. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Type, 19 type. 18, Pioneer. Let's go.
Now Allen to throw on second down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And nice work after the catch. It stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Udi's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Panther 60.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Okay, ready?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New York.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Seven Pirates. Here we go. Set. Set. Hawk 7. Shot 60. Shot 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
Come on. Let's go.
Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground.
And this is really just all about the second effort. I mean, they've got him stopped initially, but it's his ability to just continue to push through the initial contact, push forward to that 1st down marker, and he didn't get it by much, but that's a really good effort.
Here's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Back to throw. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, New York. Point after, coming up here. This one's going to carry him off the right upright. Get the friendly bounce. A mistake, but the doink is good for 1. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Panther 60. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Irvin. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Andrew Phillips. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
60 Bison. Ready.
He'll go again here with Irvin. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Go! Viking 18! 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers! Cup 19, Cup 19!
From the gun, Josh Allen. Moving outside the pocket, and that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
19!
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a giant 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Tampa. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Giants 10. Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Warriors 70! 70! Trap 60! Trap Cougar 19!
Right back to the air following that pick-6. He'll swing this out wide to Tracy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
18 Maverick! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
They'll look to throw. The outside caught by Neighbors. He's going to be out of snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball. And obviously, the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cut 19. Cut 19. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This secondary, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play. Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Now the Bucs will take their first time out as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
On 2nd down, they're going to run the option here to the right. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air once more on second down. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Okay,
And it comes to 4th and 2.
go, let's go. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Giants' first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down. They'll run. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
On the ball now.
They'll come up now for second down.
70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos.
Now, faking the give. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready.
A give. This is Irving. There he goes. Inside the 30. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Buccaneers. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. is first and 10.
18, Rumble, 18, Rep Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. We've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10.
A gain of 15. First down, Giants.
Throwing now from the gun. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Here's first down. He'll look to throw. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down to the 15.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
This crowd into it now. It's third and 2.
Go, Reed, go. Bronco 80.
Back to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were